Some people just know the best rate for you is a rate based on you with Allstate.
Being an attentive driver is very important to me, and it's also important that I get rewarded for my safe driving.
Listen, the more safely you drive, the less you're going to pay, and who doesn't want to pay a rate based on your own safe driving? You're in good hands with Allstate. Not available in Alaska or California, subject to terms and conditions. Rates do vary by state. In some states, participation in DriveWise allows Allstate to use your driving data for rating, and your rate could increase with high-risk driving.
Relationships take effort. Have you ever felt the need for reconnection with your partner, but maybe you're not sure how to start? Well, Handsome suggests Paired. It's an app for couples who want to strengthen their relationship, founded on the simple belief that lasting love is a daily practice.
We downloaded the Paired app, and Stephanie asked me, what's something you admire most about your partner? And I have to say, what has stuck with me forever about Stephanie is that she doesn't say anything bad about herself. And I never realized I was into that. And it took me forever. I was like, what is it about this person I love so much? And it's truly that she's never derogatory about herself. And I find that so attractive.
Whether you're just a few dates in or if you've been together a long time, find the time to connect with your partner and nourish your relationship. I love questions, so I'm into it. With the Paired app, it's easy and fun, and it only takes 5 minutes a day. So head to paired.com/handsome to get a 7-day free trial and 25% off if you sign up for a subscription. Just head to paired.com/handsome to sign up today.
Handsome, chatting with friends on the Handsome Pod. Chatting with friends on the Handsome Pod.
Cheers. Welcome to the Handsome Pod.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you so much, Fortune.
Oh my gosh, it's my pleasure. I am Fortune Feimster.
And I am Tig Notaro.
And I am Mae Martin.
And we're handsome.
We are so pretty.
Yeah, here we are, and it feels like on the Titanic where the rich people would go to smoke their smoke. Oh my God.
We're in person.
Something about that
right now, and Tig is grabbing Mae's hand.
You got to go to the YouTube page to see what's happening.
Now, is this because
Fortune already told them what was happening?
Is this because you've missed Mae? What is this hand situation happening right here?
Really nice.
Handsome. Some hands.
Tig's holding my hand.
I think that is a good message for all our listeners. If you're near someone, even a stranger, just grab their hand.
Grab their hand. Have you ever been in like a play or a stand-up show where the person on stage goes, turn to your person on your right and just hold their hand, and you're like, oh God, and it's a stranger.
A stand-up show?
Maybe not a stand-up show.
The most jaded audience.
What a lame-ass comedian.
That's like the worst thing you could tell my wife to do is hold a stranger's hand.
Do you guys have to do a full body scrub down before any sort of...
She does.
Before any sort of, like...
What?
You know,
sexy time?
Love making.
Yeah.
I can't even. Oh, why did I say that? Love making. What a weird thing to say.
Wow. Okay.
Anyway.
Well, I've missed you too, Tig.
Oh yes, where were we?
Yeah, I've really missed you. It's been
my elderly osteoporosis hands.
No,
how does that feel?
You got very handsome hands.
Thank you. I guess that's what I was waiting to hear.
Oh, I don't.
Don't talk about my friend's hands like that.
I can talk about my hands. Who cares?
Those filthy ass
hands. Mae, what have you been up to?
Well, thank you for asking.
You're welcome.
I have been... So I went to Mexico.
Ooh. I've never noticed your accent.
Yeah. And I'm sure they wouldn't like it if I said it like that in Mexico. I went to Mexico with my girlfriend. I haven't been on a vacation in a long time. We went to like...
How long?
This was like more than a week on a beach. Like I haven't done that in 5 years maybe. Something like that.
It was definitely time for that.
I didn't start vacationing till I got with Stephanie.
Yeah.
Because I was just on tour and living in
when you're single, you're just going to go on a solo. I went on a solo
vacation. You get friends together.
I went on a solo vacation once to Miami.
You did?
I was like, what am I doing here?
Wait, what? This is like you on the bus tour of the...
I was like at the pool at the Ritz-Carlton getting like frozen grapes handed to me. It was like so hot. It was the middle of summer.
When was this?
This was, I mean, obviously pre-Jax, and I was single at the time. I think I was going through it, like maybe I had just been dumped or something, and I was like, I'm gonna live my life to the fullest.
Self-care.
And I went to Miami, and I even went to see the Beyonce concert by
yourself. Oh my god.
And I paid like
You do not need a boyfriend, huh?
Did you make
like $150 one way for the Uber because traffic was so bad. I sat in this guy's Uber forever, and I finally had to get out and trek to the Beyonce concert. I'm like by myself, sweating. People,
oh my god,
this might have been Chelsea
I
Lately
don't
days,
need anyone.
so that people were recognizing me. Like, hey, like, what? I'm like, yeah, I don't know where my friend is.
My travel companion.
But there was a moment at the Ritz-Carlton pool by myself where I was like, should I have come by myself?
Were you like reading books or
I think
what?
I was, yeah.
Oh
like
my god.
reading a book.
Were you really reading
Probably
books?
I was on
Yeah, you're
Instagram
on your
or
phone. Yeah.
something.
I went to
Let's
like
not
the
be
I was reading
ridiculous.
some pretty
Yeah.
sophisticated novels.
I love that you just
in
like
Miami.
yes, and yes, I was reading books.
There was a woman in a dress as you
Oh.
checked in that the dress held champagne flutes.
the dress held champagne
it was like a
flutes.
whole contraption.
I'm
And I was like, well, this part was worth it.
Yeah, that's worth the trip.
Yeah.
I went to one time to like the London Dungeons, but it was in Edinburgh and it was the dungeons. Maybe I talked about this in my
sex dungeon?
Is
special.
this a sex thing?
No, I swear.
Oh, okay.
And I went by myself, and it's like you go through a horror maze, and people jump out at you, and you're in a group of.
Oh, no.
So I was with all these strangers. As soon as I arrived, I was like, okay, this is something you should do with loved ones, because like they take a picture of you in front of a green screen and then give you like a keychain of you in like a scary. They've projected a. So I have this keychain of me by myself, and then going through so scary. At the beginning of it, this guy's like, I'm the butcher and I'm going to take you through the maze. And there are actors in the maze, a few health and safety things. At no point will any of the actors touch you or grab you in the maze. And I was like,
great
okay,
accent.
great. Thanks,
were you bummed?
Yeah, I was a little bummed. I was like, oh, I want to get grabbed in the dunge. And then, so we go through and at one point.
Grabbed in the dunge sounds dirty, but yes, go on.
Grabbed in the dunge, yeah. So the lights go off. It's pitch black. Oh, and the butcher's gone, okay, guys, you're on your own. I'm there with a bunch of families and like groups of friends. And it's pitch black. And I feel these hands going up my back. And I'm like, remembering they're not allowed to touch you in the dunge.
Yeah.
So what?
And you're there by yourself.
I'm by myself. And so they're kind of coming around my neck.
No.
I'm freaking out.
That's not cool.
I know. Lights.
Fortune.
The
Hear
lights
me
go.
out.
I wish you'd been there, dude.
I know, because I would have stood up for you.
So the lights go on. I spin round, and there's just this sort of 50-year-old woman who's part of our group. And she just goes, no,
she was trying to scare you?
Yes, and she's with her 2 teenage daughters, and they're just like, Mom, what the fuck are you doing? She was just touching strangers in the
That
dunge.
is weird.
I respected it. She knew I was by myself, and she was just fucking with me.
That is a bored mom.
Can you
right there.
imagine doing that yourself?
No.
Like somebody in front of me. Like,
Ooh.
wonderful
I
idea.
don't like the hands around your neck part, though.
I know. You think
What
she was
was that
flirting?
about?
I don't know.
Is that flirting?
Is hands around the neck flirting? Yeah.
It's either flirting
We
or
get these weird windows
to my
little glimpses.
That's first base.
yeah, choking is first base.
Yeah.
She hogtied me and was setting me on fire.
It was so
And I was like,
flirtatious.
Is she
So,
flirting?
how was the experience actually being on vacay with someone?
Oh, in Mexico. Okay.
Yes.
So, first of all, keep in mind, I fell in love with Parvati watching her on the beach. She's the queen of the beach. Like, she
Okay.
is like Survivor. It's Parvati
And
in
she's
a
in a
bikini,
bathing suit, right?
in a bathing suit. She's so at home on a beach, like never sunburned, just like no makeup, like just look like amazing. And I'm like a little shrimp. I'm never in the wild like this. Shrimp nose Martin's out on the beach.
You hit your shrimp nose on the mic
I
just then.
Because you burn?
I burn. I'm like, oh, my skin's oily. Like I get really.
I burn.
So I'm like feeling really self-conscious. I've been going to the gym hard like the 2 days before the trip, and
for 2 whole
Does
days.
that make a difference?
I went for 2 whole days.
Yes.
I'm getting pumped for this trip.
But does that make a difference when you go
For me, yeah.
Okay.
Sometimes.
God, I wish 2 days at the gym made a difference for me.
I don't know, man. Just like confidence-wise, maybe.
Yeah. Okay.
So then we go in, and I'm like, and she can dive and stuff. First, she's laughing at me because of the way I dive or something. And then we're standing in the water, and I guess I thought this would be like charmingly, like roguishly handsome of me. I don't know what. I thought this was confident and cool. I go, Parv, give me your sunglasses. So she takes off her sunglasses and hands them to me, and I just toss them in the sea, like.
Oh.
And I thought it'd be funny. I throw them like 10 feet away, and then I'll go get them.
Yeah.
But I thought it'd be funny to go, give me your shades, and then just throw them in the sea.
Yeah.
Oh,
where we're
10 feet
standing.
away.
Hilarious.
That's a lot. That's
I don't know
far.
what. As soon as they left my hands, they were gone
Yeah,
forever.
they sunk.
I looked for
Well, it's
45
an
minutes.
ocean.
But we were only up to our waist.
But it's an ocean.
It's an ocean.
With
Yeah.
a tide.
And you
Opaque.
didn't know that.
How was I to know it
You're
was an
just little
ocean?
Mae.
I'm just little me. I thought it
And
was,
was she pissed?
her face was like, why did you do that? And I was like, I don't know. I don't know why I did that.
Did you do that voice?
Yes. And I looked for so long, and I couldn't find them.
Oh,
and
no.
That was
Couldn't find him in the ocean.
no. The sea just
In the whole sea.
no.
But you know how there's like tides and the undertow.
Current.
And,
Oh,
yeah,
I know
currents,
that
right. All
now.
those words. They
Yeah.
just,
Those
Things
shades
get
are going to turn
moving
up
around.
in
Did she have
Timbuktu.
back-
they're going to end up on a
Shades?
shark's face.
Yeah.
Did she have backup shades? Or
No, I gave her mine. Yeah.
Oh, that was nice.
So
Then-
handsome of you.
So she goes to get like a cranial sacral treatment.
What's that?
It's like they gently move your skull bones,
Oh,
and they
no.
talk to you about
It's
your.
very relaxing.
It's very relaxing, and they talk about your childhood trauma and.
That's not
yeah.
relaxing.
I know. So she comes out of it though. She's like, I've been crying for an hour. I feel amazing. Like I released something. I'm like,
Okay.
sign me up. This is good.
Uh-oh.
I know. So I go
2 against 1.
to again. So first of all, the guy's like, the past doesn't matter. It's not real. It doesn't exist. You got to be in the now. And what are you feeling now? And all I'm feeling is like a bit horny. Like I'm lying down.
feeling horny.
And then he
You said that to him?
no.
I don't know.
They're like, what are you feeling, horny?
Okay, I'm calling the police.
Yeah.
Wait, can I ask a question?
Yeah.
Was it the same person Parvati had?
Yeah.
Okay.
He was the only therapist at our hotel, and he had a translator in the room, and he was this amazing guy. Like, there was something about him, his aura, and he was cracking you. And anyway, he puts on rubber gloves. He goes in my mouth. And
What?
I know.
What?
Thank you, Fortune.
What?
Was there a
This
heads
is
up, or he
nuts.
just started sticking his hands?
There's no way.
And are you sure he worked at the hotel?
I would
think
be.
so.
There's no way I would be okay with this part.
So this is
I know he's got a glove on. But that's weird.
How do you think Jax would have dealt
She
with
would
that?
have
She
walked
would've been
out.
out the
She would've
door.
walked out.
So this, but Parv loves this kind of thing, and this is like for your jaw tension. He's like, and so the translators goes, he's gonna put his hands in your mouth now. I'm like, oh, is he now? Okay.
Do I have any say in this?
Yeah, it's just snap the gloves on, and he goes in, and it's like super painful, but he cracks my jaw, and it does feel amazing. And then he does go like, where are you? I'm like, my childhood. And then I did cry.
Really?
I cried it up.
Wait,
Were you holding it tension in your jaw? Maybe.
It was like, I don't even know what made
Are
me.
you a detective?
You look like a detective.
So he cracks your mouth.
Yeah.
And you start crying.
You start crying, and you're back to your childhood.
Yeah, he's holding me, and he goes,
And this is vacation.
this is vacation,
Okay.
yeah. And he goes, and I'm sunburned, and I'm covered, and he goes,
Shrimp nose
I'm
and
shrimp,
such.
all shrimp nose is shriveling up. And then he goes, where are you? And I'm like,
Are you still horny?
are you still horny? Anyway, but it was this amazing treatment. I leave, I go out, I so desperately want to have as transcendent an experience as
And wait,
Parv.
what'd this run you? How much?
Oh, something insane.
Yeah,
Of
it would,
course.
that
It's
doesn't
in a
sound
fancy
somebody putting their
hotel.
hands in your mouth ain't cheap.
That ain't cheap.
It should be. It should be free. But
if
at a
he's-
resort.
if he's getting gloves out,
Yeah.
this is expensive.
Yeah.
It felt like a lot of money for 50 minutes of crying and bone cracking.
Yeah.
Then I get out, I go to tell Parv, I go, well, yeah, I cried, it was amazing. And we go to bed, we have a romantic night, we go to bed.
Oh, tell us about
yeah.
that.
Well,
What
yeah,
happened?
well, yeah.
Was there love making, as I like to say?
We did come up with a nah, never mind.
You did come up with what?
We came up with a like Mexico role play that was pretty good.
Okay.
Let's hear about it.
I don't know if she'd like me talking
Probably
about
not
it.
gonna like that.
I don't care. I would. Our listeners
Are
would.
you Senor?
We're not doing this show to please Parvati.
What's your name? Senor?
No, all I'll say is
El Jefe, the boss.
the characters were the captain and the cabin boy, and she was the captain.
Oh, wow.
It was good.
That's
Anyway, so
there,
this
you,
very
there you go, handsomes.
Yeah, we have this very like romantic night. Then we go to bed. Then I'm like, oh, I'm so, I feel lighter. My childhood trauma's gone. I wake up 1 a.m. I'm like, oh boy.
Oh, no.
I'm like, whatever was on those gloves, I am about to purge in every way.
Wait,
what?
Yeah.
Like throw up?
So I sprint to the bathroom. I am, to spare the listeners, it's like Satan is in my body. Like,
So this is like part 2 of your diarrhea at the Airbnb.
Oh, like
Literally.
Montezuma's
It's
revenge.
So Parvati has really seen you.
poor Parvati.
I mean, poor Parvati.
It's whenever I want to be romantic too. Like when this was like a really romantic night and I'm trying not to wake her up. I'm in a little bathroom stall with no window. I'm like,
Oh my
just
God.
don't wake
By
her
the
up.
way, it doesn't sound romantic,
It
but
was-
we'll just have to believe you.
You think that
I know, I
like
threw her
you think there was
sunglasses
some
away.
kind of bacteria or something on his glove, maybe?
That's all I can think.
Uh-huh.
So then finally,
Was it diarrhea?
I thought I'm going to die. It was diarrhea.
Or
It was
did you
vomiting.
drink?
No,
or
on
did you
his
drink
glove.
water?
Oh, God.
Did you eat a salad?
Probably.
Sometimes when you sometimes on the salad. there
Sometimes when you eat healthy.
No, in
it could
in
kill you.
Mexico, like
No, I
washing
know.
the lettuce.
I know.
I shouldn't
I
have let
know,
a guy
dear.
with his...
Dear, I've been there.
So finally, I'm like, I think I'm going to pass out. So I go, reluctantly, I go, Parvati. And then she comes around the corner.
Cabin boy's calling
Cabin
you.
boy. I'm like, Captain.
Captain, the cabin boy's down for the count.
Captain, please. There's bilge water on my barnacles. Some people just know the best rate for you is a rate based on you with Allstate.
I've spent my fair share of time on the road, and I've seen some pretty bad driving out there. I'm proud to say that I'm a safe driver, and I think my insurance rate should be lower because of that fact.
The more safely you drive, the less you'll pay. Who doesn't want to pay a rate based on your own safe driving? You're in good hands with Allstate. Not available in Alaska or California. Subject to terms and conditions. Rates vary by state. In some states, participation in DriveWise allows Allstate to use your driving data for rating, and your rate could increase with high-risk driving.
I wanted to get some of my own photography framed, but it always felt expensive and complicated to get the job done. FrameBridge makes it easy to get anything framed at a very affordable price.
Easily order online at framebridge.com or visit a FrameBridge retail store. Upload a digital photo for them to print and mail your item using their free, secure, prepaid packaging, or visit one of their 20-plus retail stores.
I'm getting really into 35 millimeter film photography, and it's an expensive hobby, and I'm not very good at it. Like 1 in every 40 pictures is good, but that one, I want to treat it right. I want to get it framed. I took a nice one on the beach the other day, and FrameBridge is amazing. It's affordable. And it's easy, and they did a great job, so I'm excited.
See why FrameBridge has been trusted to frame over 2 million pieces. Visit framebridge.com or a local FrameBridge store to get started and custom frame just about anything. That's framebridge.com.
So she comes around the corner at the exact moment that I'm naked on the toilet, and at the exact moment that anyway,
that you what?
like throw up and poo at the same time.
Oh,
and she sees this coming out of
whoa.
my body. Like she
No.
just naked on the toilet, and she just is
Should
like,
we go to commercial?
yeah. Oh my God. I didn't know I was going to tell this part of the story.
Yeah, we didn't know either.
I'm so sorry.
It's fine. We're invested.
I hope Parv doesn't listen to this one and relive it. It was a real intimacy test.
She probably will listen to this one.
Yeah, she does tend to.
So everything comes out.
Yeah, and she
And,
started laughing, to be honest, because she was so shocked.
good.
Okay, well then she loves you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
she loves
yeah.
you.
And then I had a bath, and she was like being really nice, and she's like, "Can I go to bed now?" I was like, "Please leave me, like, get away."
Leave
Don't
me.
Yeah.
Have you seen her
No.
get rid of any sort of waste from her body
Absolutely
with
not.
no warning?
That's
She
nice.
has been in so many jungles living off dirt and grubs and well water that I think she has steel intestines.
Probably,
like
yeah.
her parasites are just eating whatever that rubber glove is putting in there.
Oh,
Yeah.
See, that's why I would not have wanted that glove in my mouth.
I know, man.
Oh, there's many reasons I wouldn't.
Yeah, there's other reasons too, but man, as soon as you said glove in your mouth, I
Yeah.
was like, oh boy,
But
Yeah.
the release, I mean, I really felt amazing
your
after
whole body purged.
not after that, but like after
The lovemaking.
the treatment.
Oh.
Like and crying, and I went up to
Yeah.
space, you know. I went to outer space. I felt really safe.
At least you didn't do that purge during the lovemaking.
That I have never in my life.
It's gonna happen. I feel like
Oh my
the
God.
history you and Parvati have now with you,
Yeah.
just like getting everything out of your body.
You think that's the next step?
Oh, for sure.
Were you fine by the next day?
No, it lasted about 3 days. It was
3
the whole
days.
second half of my trip. Basically, I was like trying to power through, trying to be fun, cool, romantic, but like
Yeah.
really
struggling?
struggling. But
Do you
better
have a
now.
sensitive system in general?
I have a fragile constitution.
Really?
Yeah, you?
Well, we know Tig.
We know Tig does. Tig's fragile from the tip of her toes.
We know Tig's got
All
a
day and night, I'm trying to carefully walk everywhere. I'm checking any sort of horrible reactions drugs can have on me.
You're holding carefully to the railings.
Yes,
You're like, yeah.
I'm eating anything that's clean and
Prebiotic,
healthy.
Oh, man.
probiotics.
I'm pretty sturdy. This big garbage disposal over here.
You don't get like bad time.
Sometimes. I mean, yeah, occasionally, but
So you can just like eat garbage and be like, let's go party.
yeah.
Wow.
I often,
Unfortunately, I wish my body would reject that stuff a little bit more, so I didn't indulge.
You know, the more,
no,
I mean,
that stuff
obviously,
sits well with me. It,
what does?
like
bad food.
yeah, like if
Yeah.
I'm hungover or I've been sick, I need like a burger and a Coke, and then
Oh.
I'm like,
I am laid out in excruciating pain.
really?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah. You need some pink bismuth. I needed
Pink Bismo.
I needed pink
Pepto-Bismol.
Pepto-Bismol.
Yeah, pink Pepto-Bismol.
I needed
You should go up
that.
to the counter and order pink Pepto-Bismol.
Oh
please.
man, I needed it so bad.
That's like when
Yeah.
I took my mother-in-law to New Orleans and Mississippi. And are you familiar with gumbo?
Yeah, slow cooked,
Yeah.
soupy.
Sure.
Soupy
Okay.
seafood.
So we're at a restaurant in New Orleans.
Yeah.
And she orders gumbo soup. Is that funny to you?
Because it's just gumbo.
It's just gumbo.
Yeah.
She's like, yes, 1 bowl of gumbo soup, please.
I like it. I like it.
I can see May saying that.
I would say that. It's like I just discovered that I pronounce Soho House wrong. I say Soho House.
Soho House.
I say, how do you say, well, okay.
Describe it,
Like,
and-
okay, the sidewalk is made out of
Concrete.
okay,
Asphalt.
the other
Oh,
word. Starts with a C.
Cement.
cement. What do you say?
Cement.
Yeah.
You say cement?
I don't. Tig does, I'm
no
assuming.
way.
May just looked at me like, how dare you? I
You
say
say
cement.
I'm not
Cement?
going to be shamed.
No,
Cement.
I like it.
That sounds like a type of gum.
Okay, what about when you, for cars or your life, you have to buy
Insurance.
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 insurance?
Insurance.
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 Insurance. Didn't I
You
say
say
insurance?
insurance?
I think you say insurance.
Yeah.
Huh.
Huh.
You know what? I actually don't. If I'm really honest right now, I don't think I say cement.
You brought it up.
I know. Why did I say that?
What do you think you say?
I think I say.
Now that I'm being honest,
Yeah.
let's go back to
Yeah.
that. I don't
Yeah.
say
Guys,
cement.
Well, it
I
kept
can't
like
live with this.
running around in my mind, going, I don't know that sounds. too
This
familiar.
episode comes out and Stephanie's like, you've literally never said cement.
Oh, I have a friend who he's dating this girl, and I met her, and I was like, May, what's your name? She's like, Adelia, and I went, oh, Adelia, nice to meet you. She goes, no, but it's okay. No one can say it. I'm like, no, tell me. I want to know it. And my friend goes, no, even I can't pronounce my own girlfriend's name. I'm like, what?
Is she French?
She's Russian. And she goes, Adelia. And I go,
Adelia.
Adelia. I said it exactly. She's like, no. No, you can just call me Adele. I'm like, no, I want to know your name. And your boyfriend should know your name.
And did you say, okay, Adelia?
Okay, Adelia.
Adelia.
Yeah, it was very strange.
Huh.
Those Russians.
Adele Dazeem.
Adele Dazeem.
Do you remember that?
That was one of the
Do you
greatest.
remember that? Where
No.
John Travolta
You
was...
got no clue. You know who Idina Menzel is,
Oh,
right?
yes, I remember this. Yeah,
Okay.
from
And John
the
Travolta.
award show.
Yeah,
Yeah.
John
Yep,
Travolta
yep.
was like, and she was about to sing the song from Frozen, and he, I think, was the
And
moment.
now-
That's who that was about?
Idina Menzel? Wait, what?
You
Which
thought
part?
it was about Adele?
No, I don't think I knew who the person was.
The real person.
Yeah,
Oh,
like,
yeah, Idina
Yeah.
Menzel.
Oh,
He called
okay.
her Nadel Dazeem, right?
Adele Dazeem. He said it so
And the
confidently.
entire internet, like,
Lost their
minds.
minds.
But she's been so funny. Like, she's brought it up at different times. Like,
Yeah.
has really had a lot of fun with it.
Yeah.
So. But it did, in the moment, stink for her because, you know, she was, like,
Yes.
having this big moment
Yeah.
at the Oscars, I think.
Yeah.
She's so beloved in the,
Yeah.
you know, especially the Broadway singing world.
Moments like that make me really
Every
like,
gay man's, like, losing their minds. Like,
Losing
how do
their-
you not know how to pronounce that name?
yeah.
what?
That's me as a gay man
That's
losing my mind.
that's your
That-
impersonation
Yeah.
of a gay man.
No, no.
How do you know how to pronounce her name? Let it go, let it go. Come on. Hit song.
Can't hold me back anymore. Let it go.
let it go. Your turn, Tig.
Let it go.
You watch Frozen, the movie?
I have seen bits and pieces of it.
All
My
right.
sons were into it when they were maybe 3 or something.
I feel like by now your sons are watching like documentaries about Babe Ruth
And
and
murder.
Yeah, my son Finn definitely he watches old baseball games and football games from like
Really?
the 80s and 90s.
Oh,
Whoa.
gosh.
And
I'd
he's
rather watch
also a little
Frozen.
birder.
Oh, he's into
A birder?
Yes.
Oh.
Yes, he
Bird
bird
watching?
watches. It's so cute.
That's cute.
And then yeah, Max is I would say he's more like into he likes watching the top 10 most scary monsters in the ocean.
Yes. Yeah.
And he remembers it all.
Oh my
Wow.
God. I had the experience the other day of getting to watch a child watch Wizard of Oz for the first time. It was this child who I live with, this amazing angel. Her friend was over for a play date and they put on Wizard of Oz. And it was like, oh my God, this friend has not seen and didn't know that it was going to go from black and white to color and the munchkins were going to arrive. And it was, I just watched her face and she was like, I mean, it was like that gay man with the double
And she's 5? Is
yeah,
that right?
5 and just mind blown.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen a child watch The Wizard of Oz for the last time?
That really cracked me up.
I don't even know what that means.
I don't know what it means, but it's dark for some reason. I don't know.
I watched Dick Van Dyke watch Mary Poppins.
What?
Yeah.
You did?
Mm-hmm.
That would bring a
Back
tear
in
to
the day?
Yeah, at the premiere. I'm Benjamin Buttons over here.
Fortune was on set watching.
No, I was a journalist for 7 years. I think I
Yeah,
mentioned that. And I went to the re-premiere of Mary Poppins. God, this would have been like 2007-ish, maybe.
Maybe the same year you went to Miami?
No, Miami was a couple years later.
Okay.
And I interviewed Julie Andrews on the carpet, which was like mind blowing. I've interviewed her twice back in the day. Also at the Shrek premiere, very similar vibes to Mary Poppins. And then they played the movie in the movie theater. And I was seated kind of diagonal across the aisle from Dick Van Dyke, and I watched him watch himself singing the songs. I mean, my mind was blown.
That's very moving.
Yeah.
And he was in the recent one too. He's in his 90s.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like somebody told me that my mother is in
Mary Poppins?
Yeah, like when all the people, like she had gone, my family had gone to California when it was being filmed.
I always assumed it was filmed in England, but yeah, of course it
Oh,
wasn't.
yeah. Was it filmed in California?
No, of course it was. That makes sense, doesn't
I
it?
don't know. I just assumed it was
Thomas,
filmed in England.
where was it filmed?
She's like the only Brit in it, isn't she? They're all
Yeah.
in Burbank. God, my mind is blown. My
And
mind
I
is blown.
think she's in like obviously an extra, like in maybe when all the women are going to like not
All the
audition, like
suffrage.
they're
Yeah.
lined up to be the
Yeah.
the nanny.
The nanny, yeah.
Yeah.
How
That's
funny.
Crazy.
How
I'll have to ask my
that
brother
movie-
about that, but I just had
Yeah.
that memory.
That's insane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One time my friend was going to, I think they were screening like the Indiana Jones movies or something at like the Dolby Theater, and Harrison Ford was going to be there, and he was like, I can't believe I got to watch Harrison Ford watch these. And then I went to a restaurant around the corner from there and saw Harrison Ford. It was during it. Like he'd he'd done the red
Yeah,
carpet.
he didn't want to see the movie.
And he bounced, and he was just having a whiskey at the bar with his
You're like,
wife
I'm
or
watching
something.
him drink a whiskey.
Yeah, it was cool.
Yeah, a lot of those celebrities usually duck out of the movies because
Yeah.
they've seen it. But Dick Van Dyke was,
It's hard
it
to
was
watch.
just Dyke and Dyke. Dyke over there, Dyke over here.
Imagine if he said that to you. Like, funny if you say it. Weird
Look at
if
us,
he
a couple
said
of dykes.
it. Couple of dykes.
I did use that one before. I will come clean. He was at the Comedy Store watching the show one night, and I was on the lineup. And right before I went, it was my turn. They were like, whoever the comic was like, we have the legendary Dick Van Dyke in the audience. And he stood up and everyone clapped. And then they brought me out, and I was like, did someone say Dyke?
That's good.
That's hilarious.
Thank you.
I can't believe
Thank
how
you,
many
guys.
times you've crossed paths with this guy.
I know. He's just in my orbit.
Yeah.
So a few years ago, I realized that I was not making my bed anymore. And I made a conscious decision to get up in the morning and make our bed. And because I started to think, oh, this doesn't matter. Who needs to make their bed? And then I realized after I started making my bed every day, it was such a positive way to start the day.
That's right, Tig. Small actions can have big benefits. I've been taking Seed's DS-01 Daily Symbiotic every morning, and I've noticed a big difference, especially with my skin and my hair. It's been shinier, skin's felt healthier, and I can just really feel a difference even in that small action every morning.
Trust your gut with Seed's DS-01 Daily Symbiotic. Go to seed.com/handsome and use code 25handsome to get 25% off your first month. That's 25% off your first month of Seed's DS-01 Daily Symbiotic at seed.com/handsome. Code 25handsome.
Hinge is the dating app designed to be deleted, and Hinge has LGBTQIA+ prompts designed to help queer daters better connect based on similarities, interests, and compatibility.
Yeah, Hinge gives you the chance to answer these prompts in the app, and I love it. I love it. One of the prompts is gender euphoria looks like, and then you finish the sentence. And for me, I feel like, oh man, at the gym, when I go to the steam room and I got my towel around my waist like Ferris Bueller, and I get to be shirtless and I get to be in the steam room, and maybe like an attractive gay man hits on me. That's when gender euphoria for me is off the charts.
Download Hinge and show off your full self using their LGBTQIA+ prompts today. Then find someone worth deleting the app for.
What my favorite thing is about what you just said, I thought you were going to say, and no offense to you,
Yeah,
but
offended.
I thought you were saying that when they brought you up on stage, they're like the legendary Fortune Feimster. Not to say you're not a legend. We're all legends. But
that they would introduce me that
yeah,
way.
that
Yes,
like
that
you're
would be a
going
lot.
up at the Comedy Store.
That would be a lot. That would be hard to walk out to, and then you have to like entertain people or
Or
like,
explain
"What?"
that there was a misunderstanding.
Like, I don't think he meant that, but should we get to our
We have to.
question?
That's why we're here.
All right.
We got a really good asker today.
Yeah, we do. So today's handsome question asker is a very hilarious stand-up comedian, Taylor Tomlinson, who has 3 wildly successful Netflix specials. She hosts After Midnight, who we all got to experience that show with.
We had the best time.
Had a really good time there. She's just killing it. She's a younger comic and has been blowing
Blowing what?
I don't even know what I was gonna say. She's
what?
I was gonna say blowing it out of the water.
Blowing up?
Because she's only like 30.
Oh.
Is that right?
Yeah, and she's like, her specials are like some of the most popular on Netflix. Yeah, let's see, hear what Taylor Tomlinson has to ask.
Hey, Handsome Podcast. I have a question. So all 3 of you are obviously very, very successful and very, very busy. My question is, how do you avoid getting burned out and sick while you are working so much?
Oh, well,
Wow.
When did she send this question in?
when she was sick.
Okay. I was going to say.
Well, that checks out. Yeah,
yeah.
That
Oh,
checks
well, when
out.
we
Is that when we did the show?
When we did
she
After
did the
Midnight,
question?
she was sick, and then I caught whatever she had like 2 days
Yeah.
later.
Really?
What were you 2 up to?
Nothing. I just
Uh-huh.
I was standing closest to her.
Yeah.
Right.
So you were the one flirting, according
No,
to
you're.
I'm kidding.
Electric sexual chemistry
kidding.
between Tig and
Electric.
Taylor.
Yeah, because Taylor got mono while right before she
Mononucleosis?
Is that what it
Yeah.
stands for?
Yeah.
Isn't that like in high school people got that a lot?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why?
It
It's
used
like
to be called the kissing.
Yeah.
Is it disease? What is it?
it's like in elementary school you get lice.
And
You
chicken
go to
pox.
junior high school,
Yeah.
you get mononucleosis.
Yeah.
And then
You go to Mexico, you get
well, anywhere you go, you get diarrhea.
Yeah, you got diarrhea here in the
God.
States too.
Okay, let's be clear.
We're not gonna
I've
give
got it
Mexico
twice.
that bad rap.
You've only had it twice
I've
in your
only,
life.
and once in Nepal when I was 20,
Okay.
but only 3 times.
Only 3 times
We've known
in your
you
life?
for 2. We've been on our pod for 2 of those.
I know.
Wait, 3 times in your life you've had diarrhea.
Like that, I like significant sort
Do
of
you guys remember when you're going into first and you
And
feel a big
there's
burst diarrhea?
diarrhea. When you
Did
feel
I sing this
something-
last time you had diarrhea? When you're going into second and you feel something unpleasant, diarrhea.
Is that how
Diarrhea.
it goes?
When you're going
In
into
the
You're
third,
sliding into
first and you feel a big burst. Second is unpleasant. No. Third is turd. Home is
Third
what is turd? When you're going into third and you feel a big turd, diarrhea. And then home is what? Do we know? Foam.
when you're
Foam?
sliding into home and you've got
Shirts are
shorts
full
are
of
full of
foam.
Nuh-uh.
Diarrhea. And then you do have to go diarrhea.
Your shorts are full of foam?
Because this is
shorts.
Where is
not-
the foam? Did you have
It's-
foam?
I had no foam.
it's what rhymed.
I almost died of a disease that caused diarrhea. I had no
You had
foam.
no foam?
No,
No foam.
foam.
Have you ever heard that song?
I've heard the first line and the but I have not heard
Can
about
you believe
foam.
I knew all the bases?
That was great. I want to I hope
You know
that-
what's funny is Mae is hitting all the bases, like the sexual bases and the diarrhea, bases.
Yeah. Well, what did we say? First base is choking.
Oh, that's true. But yeah, Taylor got mono right before she filmed this last special.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and has been having but she also was like going like crazy, and I
She
would
just
always
filmed a special,
well, it's already out. She filmed it in like November or something.
and she had diarrhea during that.
Not diarrhea.
No,
mono.
Oh.
We can't spread that rumor. Taylor Thompson had diarrhea during her special.
all the cutaways. She was running off.
But Taylor got a lot of traction because she's one of the first young comics to really talk about mental health stuff and just be very open about,
about
that
burnout
kind of
and
thing.
stuff. That's cool.
Burnout, yeah, like not like just being more real about stuff. She talked in her last special about being diagnosed with bipolar, just talking about things other people her age aren't talking about. But yeah, I always like we'll have coffee from time to time, and I it's funny because I definitely burned the candle at both ends, and I'm always telling her like you gotta take care of yourself and
Yeah, but
work-life balance.
I mean, I don't know how you do your schedule with your morning radio shows
Yeah.
and touring and
I think I went too much
This year?
Yeah, I'm
this
like
last
I'm gonna
one.
really prescribe
some R&R.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not gonna go on tour this rest. I got a couple of casino shows this summer, and
Great.
then no.
You should get my agent who told me to take 3 years.
Take 3
3
years,
years
off.
off.
I
was
love
like,
that.
Okay.
Your agent told you just don't work for 3 years.
Yeah, my booking agent.
That's so funny.
He was like, you should take like 3 years off, and I was like,
God. Do you
I'm
think
gonna take
you
the fall off.
Yeah, and are you able to do that, like to rest?
That's my
and
goal.
maybe there's a way that we could do the handsome pod in a very restful manner in sleeping bags. We're lying on our backs
In robes.
in robes. We got little night spooning,
Yeah.
a triple spoon.
spooning,
Oh my
Yeah.
god, I want that.
But the handsome pod's like not
fork and
stressful.
spoon
The
all knife.
Traveling and touring is probably the most exhausting.
Yeah,
1,000,000%.
Yeah. So if I'm off the road, I can juggle a lot of things. But once I'm on the road, and I was doing like 3 to 4 cities a weekend.
no,
This
fragile,
tour
man.
was a year and a half long, 105 cities, 150 shows, and it backed up from another 100-city tour. That was like 120 shows. I filmed FUBAR, but it wedged in between those. So
Yeah.
3 years, 200 cities, 300 shows, and a season of FUBAR.
So what do you?
It was it was too much.
Is there? Do you have a trick to like? Are you sleeping?
How do you do it?
How do you do
Oh,
it?
you guys!
How do
you
you
do it?
I mean, we all tour, so you guys know.
I
what
don't
that's
really. I'm not.
You're not made for that.
I'm too fragile. I used to tour in the UK, but everything's so close together. You can
Yeah.
kind of.
Tig's road dogged it
You've
for many,
road
many
dogged.
years. I mean, I do try when I'm home to get that 7-8 hours sleep. Like, that's pretty important to me, where I will say, like, oh, I can't do that thing that early because I
Yeah.
know I have this other stuff late that night, and I
Yeah.
gotta try to
Do you
get
have
that
trouble
sleep.
sleeping at all?
No, I'm pretty good about going right to bed.
Leonardo da Vinci famously slept for 15 minutes every hour.
I could not do that.
Why
No?
would
But
why
that was
would
also a
anybody do
Mayfac.
that?
Why
Hey.
not? Can you imagine every hour you just go for 15 minutes?
That seems like
I don't believe
narcolepsy.
that.
Well,
I don't believe
he
it.
died
Yeah.
on my birthday.
The balance I don't have is obviously I need to eat better. That suffers. I packed on some pounds.
You're living in hotels like what do you-
early in this tour. I've lost 30.
You look great.
You look
Thank
amazing.
you.
You look handsome.
I appreciate it. I'm trying to. at some point, I'm like, okay, I gotta reel it in. My
Yeah.
skin starts to get bad. My face is big. I'm big. I'm like, all right, I gotta. The Jax is always like, we gotta be healthier. I definitely need to make more time for that balance with my wife. You
Yeah.
know, I want her to feel like we're not just living for me to work.
Yeah,
I want
yeah.
us to like enjoy things and
Cause it's like, are
take
you
trips.
in your mind? Are you building towards something? Are you like, I'm gonna make this much money and then I'm
I don't
gonna?
know. I guess maybe I don't.
Do you want to
have
be
that
like
vision.
the biggest? If somebody was like down the road, you could be the biggest comedian that ever has ever.
I'm
No.
not trying to be that.
Okay.
I want to be. I guess if there is a goal, it is. I want to do this what I love and make a good living at it.
Yeah.
But I don't need or want to be the most famous female comedian of all time.
Yeah.
That is not a goal.
What
of
about
mine.
comedian?
What about male?
Or male or male. Like I don't.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to be in arenas.
Yeah.
I like just like comfortably selling tickets.
Yeah.
I love that people care and
Yeah.
that want to see the shows. I'm happy with like these 2,000-3,000 seat theaters.
And it brings you joy.
I'm not trying to do like 10,000-15,000. So the goal is to like have success
Yeah.
and to do this for a long time, but I'm not trying to have this be my entire life.
I think one day I want to vanish. Like,
Vanish?
yeah, I kind of want to go, not a beach as we've covered, but like go to the woods
Oh,
one day
interesting.
and just like, you know,
Anywood?
chill
Sure.
and play guitar and stuff. Yeah, maybe
Alone
like
or-
Northern Ontario with like a little family or something. I don't know. Like
Oh,
my
okay.
family,
So
not
like
a
a
random
house.
family.
You don't want to just like
Wander into the woods.
Parvati looks away at you,
I've
scurry into the
wandered off.
woods, and you're whittling.
Do you know about the Ernest Shackleton, like, or one of those Arctic expeditions? I think it was
Mayfac.
Shackleton. I don't have any of the facts, but this guy famously, they were starving, they're in the ice, and this guy went, I'm just going for a walk, I may be sometime, and he just walked into the
I may be
snow.
sometime?
I may be sometime. Why does it sound weird? Like I might be gone for some time.
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
And so wait, was
Why
he
am I laughing?
meaning to disappear?
Yeah, that was like his goodbye.
Oh, wow. That's like that movie Into the Wild, right?
Yeah.
Oh my God, I was obsessed with that book.
Really?
Like,
What's that?
Into the Wild?
Yeah.
Oh my God. Well, 2 against 1.
Is this a guy went into
It was
the
also
wall?
made into a movie. Was that Emil Hirsch?
Oh,
Yeah.
that guy. Yeah.
Where he goes into Alaska.
I think Sean Penn directed it.
He goes
It's like
into-
one of the 5 movies I've ever seen.
Really?
I was so into the book.
Yeah.
I was like, I almost say don't read it. We might never
Really?
see you again.
I think I might read it.
I mean,
Could you think that would make May want to go into the Alaskan wilderness?
well, listen,
It doesn't end well.
well, it didn't end well, no.
Oh, okay.
But
Oh, sorry, spoiler alert.
But is it really juicy survival stuff and just calm, peaceful?
Yes.
He was in a
yeah.
bus.
yeah, I don't cover the pip pip.
Okay, I'm gonna read it and then we'll do book club. On the pod. I'll say what I.
Pip pip beep boop boop.
This book's only been out forever. No spoilers.
Should we start a book club?
Yeah.
Oh, please don't make me read.
Well, you would just be on Instagram.
Look, you would just go to Miami, sit by the pool.
Can I have some frozen grapes?
The woman in the flute dress comes over.
You guys are reading.
I've
I'm
never
I'm
had frozen
scrolling on
grapes.
Instagram. They're delicious.
Don't yell at me.
You've never had
Never
them,
had
and you
'em.
love fruit.
You love wild
And
blue.
you love
So
fruit.
take some of your grapes,
Put them in the freezer.
put them in the freezer.
Is that one of your famous?
Let them sit for like
recipes?
an hour. How long do you think it takes for them to freeze? Leave them in overnight.
3 hours, I say.
Overnight,
I say.
and especially on a hot day, pop those suckers in.
Imagine
It is
Scared I'd choke.
What if you used?
Well, you gotta chew.
if
Don't
you,
just swallow.
Why are you yelling at me on our
my
joyful show?
what if you used a frozen grape as like an ice cube in a glass of wine?
You-
Is there
some
something
people
kind of
do-
perverse
Some people
about
do that.
Yeah.
No.
My friend's dad was always trying to push frozen grapes on the family as like a healthy snack. And one time he said, he's British. He's like, take a grape, we could call them gakools.
Cagools.
Gakools. And everyone's like, what? He's like, G for grape and
Oh,
then
gee.
cool.
Oh,
Gakools.
Cool.
Gakools.
Yeah, they never
And did
let
it
him.
take
Yeah.
off? Or?
No, he
That
never
didn't.
lived it down in the
I
family.
think in general frozen grapes have not taken off just as a item, but I think they should.
I've heard about them.
I prefer them frozen to
They
not
scare
frozen.
me.
So what is an iced wine then?
An iced wine?
An ice wine. Isn't that when the grapes are frozen when you make the wine?
Oh, I don't know. Oh, because that's a Canadian thing, right?
What are we talking about?
Chime in on the
There
social media.
is a thing called iced
Ice
wine.
wine.
But I
Oh.
believe that's a Canadian.
Oh, when people put
Wine.
ice in their wine?
No,
No,
it's
it's
like
made that
a
way.
sweet dessert wine called ice wine, and I think
Thomas
it's,
knows. He's
Thomas
Canadian.
is Canadian. Yeah,
Yeah.
you
Isn't
know.
it Canadian though? Yeah. I've seen it in the what's it called? Duty free area of Canada.
Oh my God.
You
I
better-
also never noticed your accent.
It's in Canada.
Do you
And,
shop in the duty free?
Not really, but I passed through there.
Well, of course.
And and they have a whole big case of iced wine.
I remember being a kid and flipping through the magazine on the plane because you're bored, and then you see like a little stuffed animal in a toy plane, and I would like yearn for it, and I'd be like, "Please, can I get this?" And my parents would be like, "No, we're not gonna get that." And you're gonna, and I'd be like, "I need it, please." Yeah.
So I'm curious. You two seem healthier than me. What do y'all do for to stay healthy and when you're busy and?
I don't feel
keep-
like a healthy person. Like I feel like my equilibrium gets easily off, where I get like tired and my skin's bad, and I'm like, my stomach's upset. Like I want to get more sturdy. So,
Yeah.
Which, especially because I'm about to be filming for 4
Right.
months and like doing night shoots, and
Yeah.
I'm in it a lot. And then when I'm not in it, I'm on set. Like
Right.
I gotta be a good, inspiring leader. I can't be in the corner and be like
Right.
shitting myself.
What can May do
Yeah.
to get
Yeah,
sturdier? Do you
Tig,
know?
talk
Tig.
to me.
I'm trying to get myself sturdy every day of my
Well,
life.
no.
Well, you know what I mean,
So none
right?
of us
It's
know
like the
how to get
delicate.
sturdier.
Yeah.
You gotta
don't know.
Google it.
I mean,
Well, getting enough sleep, right?
Sleep is
That's gotta
huge.
be a big one.
well, I'm always just trying to pull back on working.
Yeah,
you
me
know?
too. I have time scarcity, and I'm like,
Yeah.
I want-
I mean, I certainly enjoy what I do, but I've really become somebody that I just love being at my house.
Yeah.
I love taking walks. I love treading water.
Mm-hmm.
I love just all of that simple
like
stuff.
a routine as well. Routine
Yeah,
is
I
very
love
grounding.
it. And you know, I certainly went for it nonstop for years.
Yeah.
And I'm still busy,
Right.
but it just doesn't appeal to me as much, that lifestyle of like
Go.
No. I love,
Yeah.
like, we just went on a 2-week family vacation.
So
It
nice.
we went and saw my family in Austin. Then we went to see my family in Mississippi, and Easter egg hunts, like in the
Fun.
town's really small, and they have the Easter egg hunt for the whole town in the park, and our kids just had such a blast with their little Cajun cousins.
Aw.
They'll remember it forever.
Yeah.
Oh my
You'll
god! Well,
remember
we've
it.
been going there for
Yeah.
Easter, and then we just had so much fun.
Yeah.
And it's that kind of stuff where at one point I'm just sitting there, you know, we're in Colorado after that, and we're just sitting there in the hot tub, the four of us,
Oh,
and
dreamy.
and to have my son tell me that he loves having me and Stephanie as his parents.
Oh,
Aw,
stop it! In the hot tub? He
Yeah,
told
well,
you that?
Oh,
Stephanie
not
had
in the hot
taken
tub.
That is so sweet.
Stephanie had taken our other son in to
Yeah.
get cleaned up after being in the chlorine, and we were sitting there, and he was just, they call me Mayor, and he was like, Mayor, I love having you and Mommy as our parents. And I was
Oh
like,
my gosh, that is
Yeah.
so sweet.
help me.
I
And
did.
That's
it
so
is
sweet.
those little moments
Yeah.
where you're like, and they're not little, it's so massive, and it's
Yeah.
just like, how am I this lucky? And these kind of moments I'm missing
Yeah.
if I'm going all the
Right.
time.
Yeah.
And it's the best.
Well, that's the interesting thing about like not having kids, which that is by choice. It is harder to kind of create like I don't know, like what would you call it? Create
Family?
No,
Like a magical moment. of-
like traditions.
Something-
Oh, tradition. Yes. Because
You know what I mean? Because
you're so mobile.
I feel like a lot of traditions are created for kids,
That's
right?
true.
Like our family does this and we used to
Yeah.
do this, and when it's just the two of you, you're like, well, we can do whatever we want at any time, which is great. I
Yeah.
love that. But it does leave us with less traditions and less
Yeah.
like
But you can get that through friends. And
Yeah.
like if you started taking, like, we could start planning a handsome trip every
That's
year.
right.
Well,
Yeah.
I still think we should all ditch our families and spend Christmas together every year.
right.
Yeah.
We're time standing
Yeah.
still.
Yeah.
Max
We
and
play
Finn would
music.
be completely
We play
fine.
music all week. But yeah, I need to be more conscious of like, because I don't have kids, I can just go into work mode like so hardcore, tunnel
Yeah.
vision for days. I'm juggling like 15 things, but I love it.
Yeah.
Like no part of me is like, oh, I'm tired, work. Well, I'm like, I love work. So anytime I'm complaining
Yeah.
ish about being tired, it is all still going through this thing of like, I am loving
Yeah.
working.
Mm-hmm.
But I have to remember, like, that's not Jax's journey.
Yeah.
So I have to come out of that tunnel
Yeah.
and be like, okay, what can we do for us, and what is our traditions?
Yeah.
and-
Like, what would be a weird
Yeah.
adventure we could go on? or,
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
You know
So-
what Stephanie and I put together when we first became heavily involved?
Yeah.
Maybe I've mentioned this, but like a box of suggestions
Oh, really?
Oh, cool.
where you each write out just a million different suggestions and put them in a
Of
box.
what you
That's
guys could
cool.
do together?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah, and then you
interesting.
shake that up, and actually, that's how I proposed to her. I remember saying to Kate McCucci,
Uh-huh.
I was like, God, I want to propose to Stephanie by having her pull out "Will you marry me" from our activity box.
That's good.
And Kate was like, "Oh, geez, Tig, that would be great." And and then and I said, "Yeah, but what? It might take years for her to get to that." And she was like, "Remove all the things that are in there and just throw in 'Will you marry me?'"
Genius.
And I was like, "Oh my God, I'm a stupid person." And so that's what I did.
did think of that right away.
Yeah,
Just so you know.
that's what I
did?
did.
Yeah, like we'll just take
cool
them
as
all
hell,
out
yeah.
and put a bunch of Will you marry me's in there.
And we did it. She
That's so
she
cute.
pulled
That's,
it
so
out.
That's how it was.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
And then she framed all of the "Will you marry me's."
Aw.
Anyway, whatever.
So cute. Well, that's a good idea. I've never heard that before.
I can't believe we've never heard the story of your engagement.
Yeah,
That's
I've never
crazy.
heard that before.
You should do that with,
Yeah.
like, if you come up with just
Things
a list
and
of
she
things.
comes up with things?
No, yeah, you come up with your stuff. She comes up with her stuff. You
Put it all
crumple
in
it up,
there?
put it in a box, shake it up,
All right.
pull something out, and go
Or
do
Thomas could just put it on the list. If
Yeah.
You
Thomas. Yeah, it'd be good because that is the one thing that work-life balance definitely needs some more balance in there.
if you're listening, like, I feel like one simple thing everyone can do is, like, if I didn't have my phone by my bed, I would be sleeping an hour more every night.
Really?
For sure. At least an hour. Because I'm just in bed scrolling, and I wake up, I scroll. Yeah.
Wake
I know
up in
I
the
am
middle
bad
of the
about
night
that
and
too.
scroll?
Sometimes.
They say you're not supposed to look at your screen like an hour before you go to sleep.
Yeah.
But who are they?
I know,
They
but
did say that.
the self-control for that is a hard one.
I know.
They tell us that all
Yeah.
the time.
I like those little immunity shots. I don't know if those work, but in my head they work.
Yeah.
I pop
I like
some of
cryo
those.
chambers and ice baths. I like cold.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You like cold.
I like a cold shower. Yeah.
You love to shiver.
For the dopamine.
And
yeah.
that gets you just feeling alive, right? Like feeling like awake.
It kind of resets your nervous system because it's such a shock, and then you're like, okay.
I have to say, I mean, I've told you I've treaded water in cold
I don't know
pools.
if you guys have mentioned treading water.
No, this is the first time.
Don't be jealous.
But I mean, aside from just the exercise of treading water,
you stick it to Tig.
don't stick it to me.
I would never dare. I don't want to start that war.
I have been treading water this last week.
Yeah.
I got off the treading water train and then got back on it. I did it on vacation. We went to Palm Springs for the weekend because I had a show there, but we went a day early, and I treaded water twice in the hotel pool.
That's awesome.
It was kind of odd because it was a small hotel. It was 21 and up. And it was all these couples like around the pool, like having their Aperol spritzes.
Yeah.
Nobody was
Treading
trying
water.
to have pool time. And I was like, am I gonna be this? But it's so the area's small, so the seats are like the lounge chairs are right on the pool.
Is
and,
the Ace Hotel?
no, it's called La Horizon.
By the way, I've been in this situation many times.
Oh, you're
So
like,
I'm like,
been
all
there.
right, here I am in my lesbian swimsuit.
Oh
gonna,
my God.
just charge into the water, and I treaded water for 55 minutes, having to
Why
try
only
to.
55?
That's great. And 55 is
Yeah.
great. And the water was the like perfect temp, but I'm like trying to like not watch any one couple for too long. So I'm just like bobbing around in a circle for almost an hour.
Oh my God, that
sure
is
they were
my
like-
life.
I'm sure they were like, what is this crazy person doing?
This loser.
I'm just like,
I want to know what Taylor Tomlinson does.
she
Because
might have some good tips.
listen, whatever. Aside from,
I don't think she has good tips. She's
she's
sick.
still
she's super sick. But whatever she's doing is working though. 'Cause she's doing a lot.
Okay, and I'm supposed to answer the question too, right? What I do, and is currently not working because I am sick at work, I have done a combination of things. I do a lot of supplements. I don't know if they're working, but I do use them. I drink a lot of water. I try to eat really healthy. I try to sleep a lot. I have done infrared sauna before. I've heard that helps. I've done acupuncture. Again, can't hurt. But if you have any other suggestions, would love those.
The Korean spa I go to, and that you can spend the whole day, and it's like steam, sauna, ice plunge, massage, but you can go for a whole
That
day.
sounds nice.
That's real nice.
She has to be naked though.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
want my cooter out.
You don't want your cooter?
Fortune.
I really don't.
You don't?
I don't want to walk around with my cooter out.
Why?
Nobody wants
Everybody
that.
wants to
no
see
one
that.
wants that.
Everybody.
You could wear a robe.
Luigi over here.
Everybody
wants to see the cooter.
Well, you know, my last name is Notaro. Hey, Luigi Notaro.
I would love to wear something
Well, I met Molly Shannon for the first time.
in the Korean spa.
No, but
Oh.
I
was like, y'all were just cooter to cooter.
Can I tell you something? Cooter to cooter.
But it shocked me because I forget how we got onto it, but she was like, oh yeah, I go to the Korean spa all the time. And I was like, in the news, like, you're so famous.
Yeah.
You can. And she was like, yeah, people are so nice. And
I would like to try a Korean spa. That sounds delightful. I love a massage. I do.
With your
try.
cooter out?
I wear undies.
Okay.
Just the bottom part.
Pontes.
I wear my
Panties.
panties.
Yeah.
You
But
gotta see
yeah,
this
I
guy
do a
in
massage like
Mexico.
once a month. What's that?
He's
Oh
got-
yeah, I don't know that guy.
get his hands in your mouth.
No
and think
hands in
about
my
your
mouth.
childhood. You have to, Fortune.
I don't want that. I don't even do the face or the head as part of the massage.
Oh,
It doesn't
really?
do anything for me.
I could have a head massage for an hour and a half.
Really?
Yeah, me too. I love
Oh,
it.
yes.
It doesn't. It just feels like it doesn't do anything.
Oh
for
my
me.
I love
God.
it.
I'm like, get off my face.
Yeah.
But like my head, get on that.
Yeah.
Get
Yeah.
on
Get
my head.
on my
But
head.
I just love them. I think massages are good for just like really getting stuff out
Yeah.
and just relaxing. Anything you do just to kind of like relax.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I'll just sit. I love thinking. And so I like
that.
I like
Taylor, look, we got a
Taylor.
good suggestion.
But I
for
mean,
you.
have you
truly,
tried thinking?
I think Taylor's like,
feels-
no thanks.
it feels so good to just not be taking anything in or being around anybody and
Yeah.
just being. That's why when I tread water,
Yeah.
I'm not playing music. I'm not listening to anything. I'm not talking to anyone.
Yeah.
Or if I'm in a hot tub or taking a walk, I just
Just
love
kind of staring in the
thinking.
Uh-huh.
And I
Yeah.
know it sounds like
No, I like that you're not calling it meditating. You're calling it thinking. Because meditating, I feel like I'm always doing it wrong or not doing it right. But it is just sitting and sort of thinking.
yeah,
Yeah.
I love thinking.
I love not thinking.
Yeah.
Well, there's that.
I will get. Jackson's always like, you're always on your phone. But one of the things I'm doing when I don't want to think is there's a game on my phone.
Candy
it's like
Crush?
it's like Candy Crush. It's called Best Fiends.
Okay.
I mean,
I've just got back into
not an
Candy
ad.
Crush. Is that a red flag?
I feel like they're similar probably, where it's just kind of this like no thinking, kind of like going through the motion thing.
So nice.
I will do it so I don't think.
Yeah.
Because my brain's in such like I want to shut it down, and she'll be like, "God, you're always on your phone," but I'm like, this is just my way of like
Winding down.
going to another planet of non-thinking.
Let us know what you do, what you're thinking
if
about.
you have any tips for Taylor.
Have you ever tried
Tips
a
for Taylor.
Tips for Taylor.
Thanks for tuning in to Tips for Taylor.
Have you tried a frozen grape, perhaps?
Yeah, a little R&R. Go to our socials and give some suggestions because guess what? We need them too.
Yeah.
We do.
Well, I don't know what you guys have coming up. I'm filming, so I'm not really doing live shows. If you haven't checked it out, check out our new merch on handsomepod.com. Is that? Yeah.
Yep.
And yeah, what are you guys up to?
Oh, the merch is awesome, by the way. I got my muscle tee
Looks
that
good
says
on you.
"Keep it handsome." It's great. It looks so good.
It looks so good.
I like really love our merch. I know that I'm biased because I'm part of the handsome crew, but
Oh, I thought you
we've
were
got
gay.
some really great merch. I am gay too. The pretty little lady tees,
They're-
so cute.
But yeah, and that muscle tee is good for summer.
Great for treading water.
What's my lesbian? It's part of my lesbian swimsuit.
Yeah,
I wear shorts and a cut off tee.
I like that.
And so if you have summer plans that involve water, I think you should also get one of those tees.
Yeah.
I got no shows to promote, so just check out, Feel Good on Netflix, and I'm filming another TV show. It'll be out early next year. Anyway, see you around.
I'm working out new material around Los Angeles at, Largo, Dynasty Typewriter, all that kind of stuff. doing my stand-up. But also Stephanie and I are continuing to do our She Said show, which is so fun.
So cool.
Have you seen it?
No, but I
it's-
love the idea.
Yeah, it sounds
It's
fun.
so fun because we just take things from our day-to-day and talk about them on stage, and then we include the audience, and we'll be like, oh, do you relate to that?
Yeah.
Things that are funny that happen, but also things that drive each other crazy about one another.
Oh, I
That's
love
good.
that.
And it's so fun to it's so fun.
Do you get into the temperature of the house? Is this
oh yeah
come up, or
oh
is that
yeah.
too charged? I want
Oh,
it.
no, we get into all of it.
I will so back you up on that if I'm ever around you and Stephanie.
We also got into the topic of how she shouldn't, when we're in a car together at a red light and a bee flies in our car, she should
Oh, yeah.
not jump out of the car
No.
Oh, what?
and take her foot off the brake and let me roll into the intersection.
Yeah.
Oh my
I
God!
saw you talk about that on a late
Oh
night show, right?
my
I don't
God!
know. I don't know.
Okay, I want to hear more about that.
yeah, well,
on the
we
next
did talk
episode.
about that,
Oh
how
my
that
God.
should not happen.
Yeah.
But also my special Hello Again is out on Prime Video, and I have a book and I have documentaries and TV shows and
Check them out.
Well, I have 4 last final shows of my Live, Laugh, Love tour. 4 casinos this summer.
nice.
In June, I'm in New Buffalo, Michigan at that casino out there. I have Atlantic City in Jersey. I have Niagara Falls, New York. And then the final one in August is Charlestown, West Virginia at the casino.
Nice.
Those are at my website, fortunefeimster.com.
Great.
Yeah, well, you guys, what an episode.
What an
a
episode. What a podcast.
What a podcast.
We've covered so much.
Yes, we have.
And yet so little.
And yet, nothing at all.
Nothing.
We appreciate you guys. Thanks for listening.
Thank you so much for spreading the
also,
word.
I mean, please tune into YouTube.
Please
Yeah.
check out what's going on with Tig's
We're
face
in
right now.
we're in person right now.
Yes.
In the same room.
There's
Maybe there's something on
Hand
somebody's
holding.
face.
Hand holding has happened.
Yeah.
Something's on someone's face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've cropped my t-shirt too. I've taken too much off the bottom. I took
Ooh.
it to get altered. I took
Ooh
like
la
Oh, and it was
Wow.
too much.
way too much. It's like a crop top.
You
now.
got your t-shirt altered?
Yeah, I do that. I take 2 inches off
Really?
the bottom of a lot of t-shirts.
Oh, I love my t-shirts long.
Do you?
Yeah.
Well, I'm really regretting this.
Well,
Well, I like it somewhere between long and short.
That's why we work as a trio.
Mae's
Yeah.
got some muscles going right now too. Y'all should tune
Really?
in
Thank you.
to the pod on YouTube just
Well,
for that.
May did pump him up before
For
the
2 days.
I
for
just
2
noticed
days.
you got some guns going over there. Whoa!
Oh my gosh,
okay.
May is
Wow,
flexing.
May is
Guns.
Can we get one more of those right in that
Come on.
camera right there?
Whoa, let me see.
Oh my God,
Thank you
May!
so
Look at
much.
those
What?
guns.
What can you
No,
not
there's
pick
nothing
up?
there.
That is not true.
There's
Those are
nothing.
some
This
guns.
is humiliating. I
Oh,
feel
look
like
at that.
The
There it is.
I
I
got-
see it.
What about that? Come
I
on.
see an arm.
That's not what May has. May has some guns. Well, what a podcast. You guys, we want you to
Keep it handsome.